Two-wheel drive class. This is a beauty. The Kodiak getting ready. Jim Brockman gets the green flag. We are set. 300 feet. Pulling power. Here he comes.
Full pull in a two-wheel drive class. He took it right out the gate.
Jim Brockman taking it right out of the chute, a full pull. It's got to feel good.
Oh, it's great. Track is a little bit tricky here in Nebraska. It's a little bit different kind of track than we've been on before, but it'll make a good pulling surface here, you bet.
You came right out and set the mark for the rest of the guys to catch up with you.
Yeah, it's kind of tough for the rest of the class doing that. They get nervous, you know. They think boy, I got to get as far as he did or a little bit further, and I like doing that. That's good competition.
Nice shot at it. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Dan Walsh is up next. He's got a best Jim Brockman's mark of a full pull at a London Station, Wisconsin in 86 Ford. The Irish Challenge going to back her up right now, and he's going to get set to go the distance. So close for the Irish Challenge. Dan Walsh getting close, but he's not going to miss the full pull. Left her short, but not by much. Pulling up right now is Jim Brockman. Yes, Jim, the same Jim Brockman of New Haven, Indiana. This time, different vehicle, and as we said, lots of different vehicles here in a two-wheel drive class. This is a 1908 Chevy C-Cab. Now, Jim Brockman has set the mark again in the In-Laws Outlaws Kodiak, the 1941 Dodge with a full pull. And think about this, tractor pulling folk. Jim Brock could be in a pull-off with himself. We'll have to just wait and see if the C-Cab will roll down the track. 300 feet. 300 feet. Jim Brockman ready to test himself in the 1908 Chevy C-Cab. Powered by Aris, and it is a sharp-looking vehicle.
Indeed, Jim Brockman does it again, going full pull.
Jim Brockman has done it again. This is a sharp-looking vehicle. You saw him as he came across the line. Full pull again.
You bet you. It sure felt good. I didn't know there right off the starting line we were spinning the tires, weren't getting a hold of anything, and then all of a sudden she picked up and I really nailed it with the throttle. I said, boy, if you're going to go, let's go fast.
And it sure did. It really ate up the ground. Imagine this, a full pull against yourself and a pull-off possibly.
Yeah, it could be. There'll probably be a couple others out the end. The guys were watching real close what we were doing, and they'll learn from it, and they'll be down here.
You took full advantage of it. Congratulations again.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you in the pull-off.
Well, I tell you, this 6200 two-wheel drive class is heating up. The California Blast. We go from the old to the new. A 1988 Corvette. Greer Hamilton out of Lancaster, California in the Blast. This 88 Corvette, sharp-looking machine. 640 cubic inch aluminum Ford power plant. Greer Hamilton in the California Blast. That Corvette did it all. Greer Hamilton in the Blast is heading to the pull-off with Jim Brockman as he did it. Greer Hamilton, nice effort right there with the full pull. How did it feel?
Well, we were worried about getting hooked, but it got it about 100 foot, and it really picked up some speed, so we're all right.
This is quite a class right here. You come out in an 88, and the guy that you may be facing in that pull-off in a 1908. What about that?
Well, we just tangled with him last week, and he's tough.
Crowd's been waiting for this one. The Boot Hill Delivery, 1934 Ford. Out of Pleasanton, Kansas, LD Nation. 17 years pulling experience. And when this guy hooks up, he can really handle that 640 cubic inch Arius. The Boot Hill Delivery is one great machine.
Going full pull.
We're only halfway through and already have 4 full pulls. Don't go away. We'll be right back. When tractor pulling all began, it was a fantasy. From the farm tractors to the multi-engine powerhouse, never has pulling been so competitive as on the Grand National level. Come to an NTPA Copenhagen Skoal pulling circuit event and witness competition like you've never seen before. Joining us at an NTPA Grand National event guarantees you action-packed pulling with some of the biggest names in the sport. Look for the next NTPA sanctioned pull near you. As Power Pack Motorsports continues its coverage of pulling events, remember, your favorite shows are now available on VHS. Please include show requested. We're back for the second half of the 6200 two-wheel drive class.
14 years of pulling power behind this guy out of Farley, Iowa. 1989 Dodge Dakota. Roger Simon, the pilot of Simon Says. And he has been here before at Hildereth, Nebraska in the past couple of years. A crowd favorite. They love him here. And he's got his work cut out in front of him. See if that 89 Dodge Dakota can go full pull. The sun's starting to set a little bit, and the track really becoming in pretty good shape right here as the Dodge Dakota is looking at the 300 mark. Got her wound up, and here we go.
Simon Says full pull.
Roger Simon Says full pull.
Yeah, we kind of did it. It's the second hook with NTPA this year. We got to put a couple more 100 on the front, and we got to speed the blower up a little bit so we got a little more power in the pull-off.
Looked like it ran real fine that time around.
We're going to look better the next time.
This is quite a treat right now. Floyd's toy number 2. It's an 81 Dodge Omni out of Winnemucca, Indiana. Floyd Hilton. And Floyd is one of the most colorful folks on the NTPA pulling circuit. Floyd's favorite color is the color purple. He got close, came up real short on the full pull. The Baby Blue Knight is up next. 70 El Camino. To get in the ride is Carl Taylor out of Cambridge, Ohio. 7 years pulling experience, and he's been very successful on the Ohio State pulling circuit. This 70 El Camino, powered by a 557 cubic inch Keith Black Hemi. He'll definitely put it to the test. Carl Taylor underneath the vehicle, now back into the vehicle. And definitely with some problems, but he's going to get them corrected right now because he needs the 300-plus foot distance to get into that pull-off. And I'll tell you that the pull-off is going to be one spectacular event with Jim Brockman. Here we go. Carl Taylor in the Baby Blue Knight, the 70 El Camino, wrapping it up. He's got a nice setup, 300 feet. working every inch of the way. A beautiful sight with the baby blue night nose up in the air, but he's going to fall short of the 300-foot mark. Floyd Hilton is back one more time, this time in Floyd's toy. In the 69 Porsche, Floyd having a good summer and a good pulling season, and he's off. The crowd gets into it. The 69 Porsche of Floyd Hilton. Winnebago, Indiana, Floyd's toy. Floyd's toy falling just short. Floyd's toy, the 69 Porsche, can't handle the Hildereth track. The last competitor here in the 6,200 two-wheel drive class is a man that heads a family that is into tractor pulling all over the place all the time. Miller High Life. Bud Jaskey out of New Berlin, Wisconsin. 3 children, all of them involved in the sport. Bud, with 15 years experience, was the 1988 national champion title in the 4-wheel drive division. He'll drive in a 2-wheel drive here. His son, Steve, also a puller. He competes in a Miller High Life modified at the Grand National level. This is definitely a family affair. They were voted last year's Family Pullers of the Year. We are going to have a pull-off, and he has got the opportunity to get right into it right now. Bud Jaskey, New Berlin, Wisconsin, in the 1934 Ford Miller High Life. Bud Jaskey, Miller High Life, does it full pull, and the crowd gets behind him here in Hildereth, Nebraska. That's why he has won so many awards, and a family behind him, one of the crowd favorites, Miller High Life. Bud Jaskey, Miller High Life, all the way out the gate. Just your comments on it. Nice run.
Yeah, we guessed the weight just right, and it picked just right and hooked up at mid-track and got enough speed up that it put it out fairly easy, but it pulled the motor down good.
Looked like at about mid-track, you just see that sudden burst come right through and kick in, and it looked like it was an easy sail from there.
Yeah, it was. We got up enough speed at mid-track that when the sled got heavy, we had plenty of momentum even when the motor pulled down at the end of the track, so we got her out.
Last person during the regular, you come back in a full pull. Your thoughts going into that competition?
We maybe got to make a little more power somehow here. It didn't pull the gear as strong as we would have liked to.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The 2-wheel drive class here at Hildereth, Nebraska, a great one. 5 pullers will be pulling up. We'll be right back. Well, as the sun sets over the Cornhusker State, it is pull-off time. 5 of them going for the pull. Jim Brockman and the 41 Dodge, which is up right next. The In-Laws and Outlaws pulling team. Jim Brockman also in a 1908 Chevy, that's C-Cab. LD Nation out of Pleasanton, Kansas with a Boot Hill delivery. Greer Hamilton in California Blast. And Bud Jaskey and the Ford Arius. Backs up. And we're set for the green flag, and he's going to challenge the 300 feet here at the Great Plains National Copenhagen Skull Pulling Circuit held in Hildereth, Nebraska. And a 41 Dodge, the Kodiak, ready to go. Well, they put more weight on the sled, but the Kodiak really handled it. Jim Brockman and the 41 Dodge has set the mark for the rest of the field to follow. Jim Brockman makes his way down the track. He has got another opportunity coming up in the 1908 Chevy C-Cab. Jim Brockman is next up. A great night for tractor pulling, and the fans are treated to a real fine show here tonight in Hildereth. It's been a good one, and Jim Brockman has got a second crack at taking home the #1 prize in the 6,200 two-wheel drive class here in Hildereth, Nebraska. Jim Brockman has set the mark in the 1908 Chevrolet C-Cab. Greer Hamilton, Lancaster, California, in the 88 Vet. has got to get out there past what Jim Brock has done. 2:63 and 6 the leading distance for Jim's first. 2:59 and 4 for his latest pull. Greer Hamilton a long way from home, but this would make just a sweet victory here on the road as he's set to take the thumb number 9. He's got to make 2:63 and 6. Here he goes, the California Blast. Greer Hamilton and the California Blast, the distance 250 feet 8 inches. That will put him in 3rd place right now with 2 more competitors left. Next up, LD Nation in Boot Hill Delivery. LD Nation out of Pleasanton, Kansas. Boot Hill Delivery, 1934 Ford delivery van, 640 cubic inch areas, powered Nation's pulling team. LD Nation going left to right. He's past the 250 mark, but the Boot Hill Delivery had a tough go of it that time. Next up, Roger Simon. Simon says the '89 Dodge Dakota, and Roger